I've seen some Kickstarters that just blow my mind, or it could flop. And I just don't know. I don't know which one it's gonna be. We're back in the same spot, except it's 19 days later and a lot has changed. This Kickstarter did not go the way I expected. I'm just gonna update you periodically how week 1 goes, week 2, and week 3, kind of the last final push, and the final results. Okay, it's Monday, February 19th, which means the Kickstarter starts in 1 week. Oh my gosh. Oh, and in case you didn't know, the Kickstarter is for this gorgeous book right here. Let me fix the angle and then I'll share what Kickstarter is if you don't know, and why I'm freaking out a little bit, and what this vlog will include from start to finish. All right, let's see where to start. If you don't know what Kickstarter is, I really like how I wrote an explanation in this Instagram post. I said it's a mix between crowdfunding and pre-orders, but not at all crowdfunding the way you typically see it. It's not at all like the give me money vibes. It's way more leaning towards the pre-order side, where you're purchasing something in advance that's exclusive and unique and special. And the fact that you're helping to fund it helps the creator to then add on all this extra goodness, like gold foil covers if there's a big enough print run. When I was trying to describe it, I was like, well, picture this. I, as an indie author, can't really afford to do these massive print runs when I don't know how many people are actually gonna buy the book, right? So for example, if I wanted to do gold foil covers, which I do, I would have to do at least 100 to bring the costs down enough to make it affordable. And so that's something called a print run, when you have to order a set number of copies and you don't yet know if they're gonna be sold. And that's not something that's done very commonly with indie authors. It is done in traditional publishing, obviously. But for indie authors, we typically do print on demand. And I've done tons of videos on this channel about that, so hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But anyhow, coming back to Kickstarter, if people, say 100 people in advance, say, I would like to buy this book, then I can suddenly afford to do a special, unique print run. I can also add exclusives to the inside of the book. I can write bonus scenes, and I have, and they're so good. Anyhow, I'm getting off track. So I'm about to do actually my 3rd Kickstarter ever, but I'm still equally freaked out as I was with the other 2. In case you're curious, I'll share the story really quick. The first one was actually in music. I had like a whole decade where I was all about music, obsessed. I wrote my own songs, I played my guitar and sang at shows and with my band. And all kinds of things, and I even did a bunch of albums, but I wanted to do a professional one, and I had a producer who said, this is how much it'll cost and I can help you make it happen. And so I did a Kickstarter for that cost, and it was successful. The second Kickstarter that I did was for Evelyn's Number, my debut novel. Oh my gosh, I actually have it right here. This guy. But it was for the original version of the cover back when I didn't know what I was doing. So to explain that, I have to admit to you that I didn't really understand pre-orders at all. And so I was like, I think this was all the way back when we published through CreateSpace. CreateSpace? Oh my gosh, it's been so long I can't remember. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So coming back to the point, I had heard a stat that a typical indie author or self-published author only sells like 100 books in their book's lifetime, and it's really hard for them to get that. And I think I've heard different stats now, but anyway, that's what I had heard at the time. So my entire goal for that Kickstarter was, I need to sell 100 books or I am not pursuing this career, right? And so I kind of tried to pick a numbers goal that would equal roughly 100 books, and that one was successful as well. So here I am today, 7 years later, and it's been a while since I've done a Kickstarter, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't think it was a wise move, but I'm rethinking it. Obviously. The rest is history, or technically no, it's all back on my YouTube channel if you want to watch. We have 7 years worth of video content now documenting my journey and my writing. career up to this point. But you'll notice that I have not done a Kickstarter since that very first one on my debut because I honestly did not think it was a good idea for a very long time. I thought that a Kickstarter was, since it was taking the sales off of Amazon and the other, traditional vendors, retailers, whatever, that you sell books on. Amazon in particular, I had heard a lot of stuff about how the algorithm kind of figures out who your target reader is, and then it starts pushing your book to those readers more. So you really need that initial sales group of your perfect readers who are most excited about the book. And if I brought those readers over to Kickstarter instead, then in theory, the release over on Amazon would be kind of lackluster and maybe not go so well, maybe not even sell that much. So I was like, okay, did I shoot myself in the foot? And honestly, I don't know. I don't think there's any right way. That's the problem with book marketing, is we're all of us, me included, looking for a right way, and it doesn't exist. There's pros to Kickstarter and there's pros to, I guess, your generic pre-order, for lack of a better term. So why am I doing a Kickstarter now? I'm excited to tell you. Where should I start? All the way back in November, I was in a sales group with other authors and we were doing a sale together, obviously, and we had this little direct message group where we were chatting, and the sale crossed over in December, and as it was ending, I think it was around then, we were talking about Kickstarters. It just came up, and a few of them had done very successful Kickstarters, which was really, really cool to see, but I was still like, yeah, I just don't think it's for me. And then they started sharing some of the benefits, and I was just like, I was opened. I think this might be what I want to do. The biggest benefit of a Kickstarter in my case is that it lets me turn kind of a traditional generic book release on Amazon that just they do all the printing and shipping and I don't even see the books into this really cool signed copy pre-order essentially. And it allows me to not only sign everything, but also add swag to it. And then on top of that, make it early access. So I think that was what finally made me go, okay, I could do this, because number one, the book is done. I've published all 3 books inside here, and I do have a bonus scene that I'm finishing up this week as we speak. So by the time this Kickstarter is over, it will also be finished. I do have a proof copy of the case laminate, what's underneath this dust jacket, coming in the mail, a final test copy, and then that'll be done. Hold on, which one was I showing? The front cover is actually neither of these, but it's closest to this one, and I just took off the tagline, and I realized that I could basically hold off on publishing to make the Kickstarter exclusive and have a pre-order later on in the year for that, like a regular one, and a release date towards the end of the year. So if I do the math right, it'll be a good 6 months between when the Kickstarter ends and all the copies get sent out to the public release. That's when I realized that. I was like, I can basically have the Kickstarter be my street team. I was so excited when I put this all together. In traditional publishing, you'll see big publishing houses send out like tons of physical books way before the release, and they kind of get the excitement built, and that's essentially a street team. They're sending out ARCs, and those ARC readers, advanced reader copies or advanced review copies, are getting reviews, obviously, the main purpose, but then they're also getting people to post about the book, kind of build up the hype, that buzz about the book. Then you get the indie author side, and we don't have a big budget for stuff like that. Physical books are expensive. So typically we will do ebooks, and there can still be great buzz with ebooks, don't get me wrong. But I was like, man, physical books would be so cool. There's just something about them that makes readers way more excited. I think it really makes them hype up the book more, and it just makes it feel more valuable to them. I still love the ebooks, okay? I'm not dissing that at all, because that's my strategy as an indie author. I always send out a few ebook arcs for every release. But it occurred to me that if the Kickstarter is in February, and then I order the books in March, I sign them in April and May, and they're shipped out by June at the latest, that's a whole 6 months before the November-ish fall release. That's 6 months that the people who got those Kickstarter books can be talking about them, posting pictures, being my street team. I love it. I love it. I love it. The reason that I'm a little jittery right now is that I don't know how it's going to go. It could be really amazing. I've seen some Kickstarters that just blow my mind, or it could flop. And I just don't know. I don't know which one it's going to be. Anyway, I have a lot of work to do. I have this massive list of Kickstarter to-dos that I'm trying to just knock out a little bit at a time. I'm just going to update you periodically throughout this vlog. I'm going to share how the first day goes, how week 1 goes, week 2, which might be a slump week, I don't know, and then week 3, kind of the last final push, and the final results. And we're just going to wrap it all up in this one video and see how it goes. Hi. It is 10 o'clock on Sunday night and I'm so nervous. I don't even know exactly what to update you because I'm having all these like weird feelings and like who knows what will happen. I have nothing to report. I guess I could share what I've gotten done and what I'm excited about. I need a new desk so bad. Do you hear this? It's so bad. Alright, where's my Kickstarter to-do list? I've gotten a lot done. Everything that's highlighted in the bright pink has been done. That was like the has to happen before launch stuff. Finalize the rewards, the story, send to people for feedback, post in the Facebook group. If you didn't know, there's a Kickstarter Facebook group. Super helpful. Shout out to everybody in there. I really appreciated that. Upload the final video and edit the final video. I had all these different stretch goals I wanted to like look into and research and check the pricing, and I realized some of them were cheaper than I thought, and I was like, okay, I can bring the price of my rewards down, and others were more expensive than I thought. Specifically, the shipping is crazy expensive internationally, but I'm like, you know what? There might be some people who want it, so I'll just make it an option to the specific countries that people ask for. Shipping is literally as expensive as some of the tiers. On this side, all this yellow stuff is like stuff that I want to update in the book itself after the Kickstarter is done. The graphic for the Kickstarter backers, I can't make that till I know who the backers are, and I'm gonna have to send out a survey and get all their names and then create a fun graphic and put it in the back of the book. The cover design is done on my list here, but then I realized that gold foil is a whole other thing and I don't know how to do that, and I think there's like a setup fee and then they put it together. I'm waiting to hear back from somebody there, and it's not even official yet. That's a stretch goal that we have a lot of goals to get to before we get to that one, so I don't even know. I hope it happens. I've done my first newsletter. I have a tentative newsletter in the middle and one at the end, I think, and then there's actually press launch. Oh, and plan out promo. Hold on, sorry, we're in February still. So technically we're here in February still. So this is today. Tomorrow's the Kickstarter launch. I've got 2 days of promo, 3 days of promo, and then we leave on vacation and we're gone for 5 days. And it's good because I'm feeling burnt out. If I'm being real with you, I pushed a little too hard. I'm learning to see the signs and slow down. But I still was like, well, should I slow down or should I just push a couple more days because it's almost launch and then we're going on vacation. And then I'm going to enjoy the heck out of vacation. Let me show you one last spread because I'm such a big planner. This is literally everything I'm going to do just tomorrow. Well, technically I emailed the cover reveal team already. Launched the Kickstarter newsletter, vlogging all of this, publish the video, social media. I want to add the book on Goodreads, answer comments and repost, you know, take the time to thank everybody because it means a lot when you guys reshare things, just so you know. Focusing on the Kickstarter, I made that a goal because I was like, I don't want to forget to come back and check in and be like, how's it doing? I want to do a Goodreads blog post if there's time, or that could be the next day. Publish my website edits. I just added the Kickstarter right at the top for now, and then when it ends, I want to make a full page. That's gonna be on this side. This other side is like stuff that can be done during the campaign. Anyway, I'm not making sense right now because I'm nervous, so I just keep starting sentences and then being like, I don't even know where I'm going with this. But you don't need a video of me just sitting here staring into space wondering, because that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next, well, and sleeping. It is 8 o'clock. It's time to launch this Kickstarter. Technically it's a little past 8, but my husband just took my son to the gym, so let's get set up. Looking like a thunderstorm, here we go. Okay, you are crooked. Oh my gosh, I look so tired, but it's fine. I will put makeup on after we hit the launch button because it occurred to me that there's not a whole lot to do besides watch the screen after that. So oh my gosh, couple things. It occurred to me last night. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I push the launch button and then they're like, okay, here's 10 more steps. And this doesn't go as planned. And then I was like, nothing ever goes as planned. Let's just plan for that. And then the second thing that hit me was like, how do people get these launched in 5 minutes, launched in 10 minutes type things? I was like, well, do you get like an alert from Kickstarter? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. But otherwise, I'd have to like watch it, right? So I got my little stopwatchy thing. We're gonna turn it on. Where should I put this that you can see it? Got my massive stack of books here. So we're gonna press launch and start the timer, and then, I don't know, go get ready and just like check in on it. I don't know. We should just press the button already, right? Just for fun stats so I can remember. It looks like we have 162 followers of the like pre-launch page. So the first thing I should do before I forget is change that picture, because that was just to hide the cover. Let's change the picture. Okay, we're gonna go with this one to start. And I was like, where's the launch page? Last night I was freaking out. I'm like, where is it? But when you click exit, it is right there. You ready for this? I knew it. I knew there'd be another page. All right, last step. Review the details before you launch. Your launch date and time. Kickstarter fee, this is interesting, is 5%. And payment processing fee is 3 to 5%. So really, it's like almost 10% that they're gonna take. Good to know. Some people whine about that, but another person online that I saw made a really good point that they're like, well, Amazon's KDP takes, what is it, 30% minimum or 40% for print books, and then the other companies just take more. So I'm checking the box. Okay, now hopefully this button is the real thing. Come on, come on, come on. Please don't get stuck. Oh my gosh. It's live. It's live. Okay, I need to go put a face on. Here, let's start the timer. Ready? We're just gonna leave you right here.
You got me feeling like a firebolt high in the sky, looking like a thunderstorm. Here we go, go.
Okay, close on. Just a moment of truth. Oh my gosh, the computer shut down. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm like hyperventilating right now. This is the coolest thing. Wow, I don't even know what to say. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I just saw it and now it went away. Did it just jump like by $100? What just happened? You're kidding me right now. Okay, I should have looked at the time. That was like 23 minutes. Yeah, I'm like visibly sweating. Oh my gosh, look at this. 600. We're officially funded, so this is happening. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's send out the newsletter while we keep this up, just so I can like see it. I'm shaking right now. Go to the coffee shop. I'm letting the car warm up and I open my email while I wait and I find 3 spam emails already from people being like, I hope you're doing well. I've taken a close look at your crowdfunding. I'm eager to bring new energy to your campaign. Are you ready to unlock the full potential? Are you serious right now? A total stranger acting like I need them. One person just put, hi. I'm not answering that. Another person said, before I take more action, may I ask you a question regarding your Kickstarter campaign? Like, just ask. Just ask. That says suspicious. If you can't just ask it, I feel like you're probably a scammer being like, oh, I was just wondering if I could help you with your campaign for XYZ amount of dollars. Sorry, chaotic energy right now. But then I got this fun email. You've reached your, what does it say? Your project just reached its funding goal. Woohoo! Just kidding. I'm editing in the car because I just remembered I want to make this graphic. Well, I think in basics. I still got to learn my way around. Yeah, right here. So what we're going to do is upload a different image. Oh, it didn't show up. All right, anyway, let's go to the coffee shop. For real this time. But I think it's time to finally show you. Are you ready? I should probably tell you what it's about first. How does the dark fairy in every fairy tale become the villain? Maybe she starts out as an innocent Ginny girl with a dangerous shape-shifting ability that breaks every rule in Gin. gosh, this afternoon or this morning has been mind-blowing. I don't even know what to say right now. I don't even know. I wanted to talk to you guys so bad, but I'm like in this super loud coffee shop and there were two women literally like a foot away from me talking very loudly. I was like, this is just not the time. But I am fully shocked. I did not plan for this because we're already at 3,000. I'm shaking still. Oh my gosh. I can't even talk. I can't even talk right now. So I just put Zion down for his nap. I honestly want to do more things. I want to write a Goodreads blog post, just kind of keep building the hype, but my eyes are killing me. I have so much eye strain right now, so I think I just need to take a visual break and maybe physically do something too. You know, when you got a lot of like emotions, it can help to be like do something physical, maybe even like lift weights or do a short workout, 10-minute workout, and then come back into it. But I just want to really quick check where it is. It's basically 1 o'clock and I started this thing at 8:10. 5 hours in? 5 hours, I think. Am I doing that math right? Mathing. It's not really my strong suit. I'm just being real with you. But let's see. Let's see how it is. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say right now. 3,552 of you. I get to send 52 books. Let me just scroll down to the stretch goals so I can just show you. You can always see this if you want to click the link below and check it out yourself. I'm just going really fast. Here we go, stretch goals. So honestly, the one that I'm here for, these are all really fun, don't get me wrong, but the one that I especially want, the backing that I would be going for, is the gold foil stamped cover. And I just found out it's twice as expensive as I thought that it was. So I might break this up because you can do just the dust jacket or just the case laminate, or you can do both. And I just got to price that out because I honestly don't know. You had to get 100 books and the cost of the books came down a lot at 100 instead of 50. So I think I need to make the gold foil basically double of this, like 7,000. So I'll kind of like build all of my other stretch goals around that. Also Instagram, I've been trying to keep up, but I've fallen behind while Zion and I were having lunch. So I've got 13 messages to go through and share, and I like to reshare. So let me just show you. Are you ready for this? Check this out. This is really fun. It was so nice that I ended up going for a walk with my mom and Zion before I left him with her, and now I'm going to another coffee shop. Yay! I don't actually need more coffee. I'm a little worried about that. But it's fine. Oh my gosh. Can you see this? What? I'm so excited to send these books. You guys are the best. It's very yellow in here. It's late. What time is it? 9:47. Been relaxing, so exhausted, so happy, and just ready to crash, honestly. But let me show you how the day has ended. We are at 4,627, and more importantly, 70 backers. I am super excited. 62 of those, I believe I counted, are actual hardcovers that I get to sign and send to you. And then there's ebooks and bonus scenes, and it's gonna be awesome. I added the first official stretch goal, and then we crossed it, like right after I added it. That's exciting. I gotta figure out how to do like a backer update. I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's like Again, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm so tired. So I might go to bed and figure it out tomorrow. And then I just put the next stretch goal there. I think I'm doing it right. So a little unlock and then the next one, and then we'll unlock it and get the next one. And I think that's how it works, but I don't know. All I know is I really hope we get to the gold foil. Last look at it for the night.
Whispers in my head, what you gonna do? So take it, kiddo, yeah. 왼치켜 내려 해. 쉽지 않아도 진실한 나만 내 believes. You know what they say, don't brag about what you have. Be careful and be humble, otherwise you should be ready to stumble. You know what they say, 자신감이 없니? 왜 당당하게 살지를 못해? Keep walking your way, don't look back. 너만의 길이야. Even when you fall.
It's March 3rd. We are in Florida on vacation and just enjoying the weather. Funny enough, it's actually warmer back home, which is unheard of. It's like 80 degrees in Minnesota and it's 70 something here, but it feels good. We don't go on vacation often and we needed it. We try to go on vacation for our anniversary and it's just so nice. It's such a refreshing thing. I slept 10 hours last night. That's like the best part, honestly. But it's also a nice distraction from the Kickstarter because otherwise I'd probably be refreshing the page every 20 minutes back home. So it's nice to be out doing stuff. Today's supposed to rain if you can see those clouds. But otherwise we've been on the beach. I've been reading and just taking it easy. Can you tell I sat on these in the plane? We just got back. Oh my gosh, they won't even sit on my head anymore. I think these are done for. Anyway, we just got back from vacation. It is technically a week and 1 day since the Kickstarter started, but I want to give you the update because we just got back tonight from a nice trip to Florida. It feels good to be back, but honestly, it was nice to have a break. I needed that vacation so bad. I think there was like 2 nights there that I slept 10 hours. Anyway, would you like to see the Kickstarter and where it's at? All right, like I said, it is Tuesday, March 5th. It's late. I need to go to bed, but here we are. And the really cool thing is there are 114 backers. So let me just triple check my stats here before I say anything. So 17 people are digital only. So I've been taking this number and then subtracting all the digital backers, which means if I'm counting right, 97 physical books. So we're 3 books short of my goal of 100 books in this print run, which then makes the gold foil covers, actually, again, I'm calling it the wrong thing, but the diamond 3D foil, whatever, it's going to be like raised on the text, I believe. This print run only, not like the public pre-order that goes live after the Kickstarter, just this print run. I might order a few extra books to do giveaways, but otherwise this is like a one-time only thing, which is really cool. Our next goal is to add the case laminate. The 3D foil stamped covers are what I am so here for. That is my jam and what is going to make this print run really, really special to me, and I can't wait. This is so exciting. Okay, it is Sunday, March 10th, exactly 2 weeks into the Kickstarter, and we have 5 days left. Let me show you where it's at. 8,900, 135 of you. So excited. I have so many exciting plans and reels I want to do and posts to make, and I'm like, how is there only 5 days left? What happened? So the vacation kind of threw me off, and then I got a little sick. I don't know if you can tell, but it's okay because we're just gonna make it count, see what happens. And we're about to hit the Spotify playlist in the back. We've got a second bonus scene. We've got digital annotated chapters unlocked. What else? There's like a signing page that I'm putting in the front that's going to be really, really special and just for Kickstarter. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I have not had a chance to actually edit the bonus scenes, but I have both of them, the first draft. One of them's pretty much done, and the other one is like, I want to rewrite the ending because I have some fun new ideas that could even spark something else in the future. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm about to get a little Caribou Coffee treat to celebrate 2 weeks in and 5 days left. And then I'm just gonna post a lot, share all the fun stuff. I just got a bunch of the rewards in the mail. The notebook, the tote bags came in, the puzzle came in a few days before that, and I actually had a chance to start working on it, and I forgot how bad I am at puzzles. I'm actually thinking to order a second puzzle from a different company, just see how the quality compares. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best of the best. The notebook is for sure my favorite. The tote bags, I actually ordered 2 to try to choose between, and I actually really am leaning towards the black one. It has a zipper and the picture is just really popping. The crown I ordered before the Kickstarter even started, and I love it. It's beautiful. I just wanted to say thank you. This has been really cool, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. 3 days left in my Kickstarter. This is your last chance. It's March 14th today. The Kickstarter ends tomorrow, and I am burnt out. I'm ready to check out and go read like 10 books and not be online at all. But I also don't want to, slack off on the last 2 days. So I'm trying to push through and think of more fun ways to promote the book and just make sure everybody knows, because I always get those messages after something's over, like, did I miss it? And I don't want that to be the case. So here is where we are today, about 2 o'clock, and we are right about 10,000. So that is really cool. 152 people. You guys are amazing. 34 hours to go. To really expose myself, I was brainstorming. I've got a piece of scrap paper and I was like, what should I do for the last 2 days? So I was like, well, I want to share kind of an about me that's like more of an intro to why. For like people who've never heard of me, like, why would I want to read this? For the same purpose, I thought I should share the blurb, the description of the book. I did make some tweaks to the hook, which I like to do. I like to just kind of keep tweaking the blurb. And then the quote that I have planned is actually a really, really fun one. It ends with, I could have loved you more than anyone. And so you'll just have to go to Instagram, I guess, to see how that turned out. And then Friday, there's this funny, you're gonna choke sound on TikTok from Love is Blind, and we just watched that scene. So I'm like, I have to use this. Oh, this one will be really fun. I almost kind of want to do that one today, actually. Shoot, I should do that. Is it this one? Yeah. I just did a fun example of what personalizing could look like. I need to redo the signing page so that there's more room. The Kickstarter version is going to have a special signing page. It's going to look different than this, but anyhow, I used what I had. So I did a little video of personalizing the book to show what that might look like. And then this is more of, I think, a thank you that I might do afterwards. Oh no, just kidding. There's a TikTok sound called Don't Say I Didn't Warn You. And I'm like, that's too perfect. I have to do that. And then on the back side is my to-do list, my very sloppy, messy to-do list. I'm feeling so overwhelmed right now. We're back in the same spot, except it's 19 days later and a lot has changed. Oh my gosh, this Kickstarter did not go the way I expected. Before I show you that, let me just say I desperately need a haircut. So just ignore that, but it is a good intro to my plans for after this is all over, because I kind of shared this on Instagram a little. If you follow me there, you already know that I have a 2-part vision, or mission as the Instagram autocorrected it, to obviously number 1 is going to be fulfilling the Kickstarter orders. I'm so excited. So it's my understanding that it takes about 2 weeks for Kickstarter to get through all the pledges and actually get all the credit cards verified. There's always some errors that go on. And so I don't know how much of that I have to do and how much is going to be Kickstarter. Like, I guess we'll see. But I do know I have to send out a survey, and I need to ask things like, what color tote bag do you want if you're in the book boxes? We got character art for Coda and Jezebel, which the more and more that I process this, the more excited I get, because honestly, this might be my new favorite, even more than the gold foil, which I did not expect. But I'm just like, which scene do we pick? Obviously, name, address, email, I don't know, all this stuff. I gotta put in one survey and I only get one chance, so I gotta do it right because you only get to send it out one time. But that is the first thing, is fulfillment, which also includes orders, counting up how many books that I need to order total, and I think I'll add on some extras for giveaways, extras for myself, for my mom. On the other side, after, you know, all the Kickstarter fulfillment is taken care of, because that's like priority number one, is like keep the ball moving. Oh shoot, speaking of, I also need to edit the bonus scenes. I have not had a single spare moment during this campaign, so they've just been sitting there waiting to be edited, but they're basically done. But also I need to make a Spotify graphic for the back of the book. I need to make a Kickstarter backer shout out graphic, so like everybody's names, and that's part of the survey, is like, what name do you want to be listed at the back of the book? I want to give you a shout out. Hiring a character artist, obviously, figuring out what the heck scene we want to do. There's a lot of to-dos. I need to make a list. That's overwhelming. Anyway, the second part, which I think is just as much of a priority, is like what I'm calling my health vacation. Okay, I wrote it out for myself. Here's my health vacation, but I also put challenge, because let's be real, some of us, and by some of us I mean me, are very much motivated by challenges. Suddenly it's like, well, I gotta do it now. I'm gonna rip this out and just put it up somewhere, and it's gonna be my goal for the next 2 weeks. Okay, I have been rambling enough about what my plans are after the Kickstarter. Let me update you on where it's at right now. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. It is so close to another stretch goal. It's insane. The next stretch goal is 12,500, and we're literally almost there. So just in case you're wondering, here is the stretch goals. That's really tiny to read. I'll put it on the screen. The next one we're aiming for is fancy chapter headers, which I am like, what should this be? There's also a map of Jin. I can't picture how to do this map, so I think I need to hire somebody to take that on, but I don't know if we'll get there. I honestly didn't think we were, and now I'm like, maybe. This is weird to talk about when literally in like 10 hours we'll know. And then the last one is the audiobook add-on, which I don't think we'll get there, but at the same time, I don't know until I add up how much actually goes in my pocket, because the majority, like we've talked about, 80% or more is going to like buying the books, buying the rewards, the shipping materials, packaging, or whatever you call it, the Kickstarter fees that they're going to take, and credit card fees, and so on. Oh, and of course, the paying for the book itself originally would be nice, and then the character art that we now get to purchase, I have no idea what that's going to cost, and then I want to print that character art as well for the physical tiers, so I didn't add that into the cost. So we'll see how it all adds up, but if there's enough to cover like 50% of an audiobook, I might go for it. Ooh, that's a scary thought. I don't know. I guess we'll see. That's a future video. Just stay tuned for that. But 9. It's at 9 hours now. Oh my gosh. So I'll keep you updated, but right now I'm just trying to think like, what else do I do? I should definitely edit the bonus scenes and create the Spotify graphic and the other back of the book graphics, and and redo the puzzle. So I got a lot of things to do. It's just like, what do I do first? And I just want a break. I want to watch a movie. Maybe I'll do a mix of both. Once Zion wakes up, we're gonna go to the park and just hang out, maybe clean the house a little bit, cook dinner, play. So right now is like my last hour that I get to work on this until like tonight, which will be the final hours of the Kickstarter. I think it'll be good for me though, not to just like hyper fixate on it the entire day. So I'll just work on it one more hour. Wish me luck. I'm sitting here, like my mascara's running. I'm tired. It's almost 11 o'clock, but I'm just freaking out. I'm watching the Kickstarter in its last few hours, and we just crossed another stretch goal. Let me show you. 13.5 was the map of Jin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I actually know exactly who I want to hire for this. I just don't know if this person is available or even interested or what it'll cost. I like literally do not know because I did not expect to make it here. It also didn't occur to me as I made these stretch goals that somebody has to make that and I have to hire them. Same thing with the illustration, and I want to include those in the book if possible. Like digital download would be very cool, but let's be real. We want this in the back of the book. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for, right? So we have blown past exclusive backer live stream, personalization for signed copies, Coda and Jezebel illustration, fancy chapter header designs, and a map of Jin. now in 2 days. It's so funny because everybody said that's how it'll go. You know, it'll be the most excitement at the beginning and at the end. And again, logically it makes sense. But I just like when it slowed down, I was like, well, I guess let's move forward. Let's make a plan. And now all of a sudden it's gone up by like $4,000, almost a third of it. I can't math right now. It's too late at night. It's late. We should go to bed, but I gotta stay up and find out what happens. I have to. It's just 1 more hour. I'm gonna give you a little insight into my brain. I'm already making like a checklist of like what to do after the Kickstarter ends. So much good stuff. A little overwhelmed, but in the best way possible. The only thing is like, whenever you work with other people, they have their own timeline for good reason. They have their own lives. They've got their own stuff on their plate. What if I want to hire somebody and they're like, hey, I'm free in 3 months? And then what do I do? If I believed in myself more, I could have like reached out to people already and gotten some quotes. I could have actually started a process and been like, screw it, I'm going to do it either way. But I didn't. I didn't think we'd get here. I thought we'd make like 1,500 because that's what my last Kickstarter made. You guys are the coolest. I am not a crier and I want to cry. Okay, this is awkward and embarrassing. I'll be back in a minute. I just realized that once the campaign ends, Kickstarter is going to put like a link of my choice up, and I haven't designed the webpage yet. So I'm basically stress designing a webpage right now. But I was also answering all these fun comments on the latest backer post. Sorry, my computer's stuck. It's basically responses to a fun poll I had in the last backer update where I was like, hey, we got chapter headers, but I don't know what they're going to be. What do you want them to be? And I gave like some suggestions of like a floating island or a castle, or a floating castle on an island, on a floating island. You know what I'm trying to say? It's late. Dragon like head or a full body dragon. So it's really fun to see you guys voting and picking like your favorite things, and I'm like, ah. And the fun part is I was originally just gonna do like one design, and then I was like, well, there's 3 books, so we could do 3 designs, and that's what everybody's voting for. Like there's 5 votes so far, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's do 3 designs. So really my biggest concern time-wise is the map and the illustration, because as I was brainstorming, I was like, I want them in the book. I want them in the book. Not just the physical book, but also the ebook. They belong in the book. Like if you're gonna get like a Kickstarter exclusive edition, it should have all the extras, right? There should be nothing missing. Again, there's like a 4-week wait or a 6-week wait or whatever the case may be. Then that delays my delivery of not only the ebook, but also the physical book by that amount of time. Because I thought that I was gonna have the completely finished book. Send it to the printers, let's go. You know, all I really was gonna do, sorry I keep doing this, was add the Kickstarter backers' names in like a shout out page. Sorry, I'm like panic rambling to you. I hope that's okay. I gotta keep these on because it's late and I wanna be able to sleep tonight, but I'm not gonna sleep tonight. What am I kidding? Speaking of, I only went 1.5 days without chocolate, but I missed this. Okay, back to panic designing website. Look at this cuteness. Do you see this? Hold on, can I get you like angled better? Oh my gosh, it just turned red. This is gonna be a big book order. It just hit me. I can do another book castle. If you've seen my other book castles, we'll talk about that later. We gotta focus right now. Oh my gosh, here it comes. Ready? I feel like it's New Year's Eve or something. Oh my gosh. Okay. Cute. Oh, that is super cute. Oh my gosh, what just happened? It just flipped. No way. That's awesome. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So cool. Okay, so basically, I should have finished my website because there's supposed to be a link here, and by the time you see this, there better be a link here. I'll figure out how to do that at some point, but there you go. It's official. Oh my gosh. That was 19 days of awesome, awesome stress. I'm really excited about how it turned out. Really, really thankful for you guys and really, really tired. So obviously I've got a long journey ahead of me. I can definitely do more vlogs if you'd like to see how fulfillment goes, but I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.